Giving all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Double honor to the elders apostles of great millstone who rule well in teaching this 100% truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 rest of the men, women, and children. I'm your brother, Gun Shalamar. Title of this video is Prepare Slaughter for His Children for the Iniquity of Their Father, that they do not rise. This is a short video showing you the power structure of America set up on this earth, Esau's kingdom, and how this wicked kingdom must be brought down. It has to be brought down through the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, when he returns. After the MOTB comes out, we know that to be the micro C-hip. But, this is just, a day closer that we are praying for the coming of Yahweh Shai, coming back of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, and to go ahead and get this turn this heat up. Jacob's trouble is around the corner. And we know this MOTB is right around the corner. They're pushing the New World Order of the micro C-hip. So once that come out, we know the prophecy is going to start flying off the pages faster. That's why Yahweh Shai hasn't returned yet, because the MOTB hasn't came out yet, the micro C-hip. So without further ado, this is fair use, not for monetary gain, but for education purposes only, fair use.
Well, let's start with the period after World War II, when we get the United Nations, we get NATO, we get new kinds of partnerships and alliances. And the reason I want to start there is because the concept of having peacetime alliances, that is, that we will work together during peacetime to make sure that we don't have to work together during wartime, as it were, is a pretty novel concept. And it's one that Americans alive today, with extremely few exceptions, are accustomed to being the norm. And one of the things that the Trump administration appears to be doing is going back to a much older version of world affairs that looks like spheres of influence. And we know this is something that Vladimir Putin of Russia has been encouraging, sort of this great power idea to go back to. And you see that Russia is trying to expand its former imperial power into places like Europe. And at the same time, since he got into office the second time, Trump has really been pushing the idea of United States of America power over Latin America and over Canada and over all the lands in that sphere up to the Arctic, which is incredibly important now.
Using both economic and military threats.
That's correct, and the global warming taking out the ice up there makes that very valuable land for resources as well. And so when I look at what certainly seems to be an attack not only on Venezuela, but we've also hit Colombians and I believe Ecuadorians. And I look at the fact that we are supporting Javier Milei in Argentina, who is a right-wing ally of President Donald Trump. It looks to me like, in fact, the Trump administration is trying to back off of that post-World War II idea of peacetime networks of support, both economic and military and social, to make sure that we don't have world wars, and instead going to sort of a winner take all, let's be the big dog in this particular arena. And the thing about that is that, we don't have the time to argue out all the different layers of it, but it certainly does invite wars. So this idea that, he keeps saying, I stopped all these wars, and I'm sitting there looking at that going, But you're putting in place a system that quite literally, after World War II, this hugely devastating world war, leaders around the world got together and said, we can't do that again. Let's put together a system that will make sure it doesn't happen. They did that, and now he's dismantling it. And I worry that we're not paying enough attention to that larger picture when we say, oh, look, he smashed another speedboat, which is itself mind-blowing. But that larger picture is not just he's being, out of control and trying to exercise his power against people who don't have a prayer of fighting back, which is one of his hallmarks, but a larger story about world affairs.
Well, do you think that he's doing that, and he's been taking a sledgehammer in multiple ways to our alliances, the alliances that have kept us safe and prosperous? Do you see an actual ideology behind that, or is this just somebody who breaking things?
I think you can have all of those things. I think there are ideologies behind the administration right now. I don't think they're all the same. I think Russell Vought is a Christian nationalist who is trying to destroy the government and take it back to the 1920s. I think Stephen Miller is a white nationalist who is trying to create this fantasy of a white nation. And then I think you have people like the Trump family who are clearly in this for the money and putting in place a kleptocracy. But over all of those things, there is that larger ideology of the idea that some people are better than others and have the right to rule. And that, I think, you can see everywhere you turn with this administration.
So you see, this is Esau. This is why he has to be brought down, because he's going to continuously to rule his wickedness over this earth, and even the earth is getting tired of this devil being in charge, man. So-called white man, his days on this earth as being in power is coming to an end. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities." And this is definitely talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who is set up on this earth as being the ruler of this earth right now. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and so he is definitely the wicked, and he ruled this earth with his wickedness, man. And he's the perfect demon that the Lord created to do what he's doing on this earth, but is preparing to slaughter, because when his time is up, it's going to be a slaughter. After their 1,000 years in captivity, along with the rest of the heathen nations, there's going to be a slaughter for Esau, Edom. For the whole mountain of Esau is going to be destroyed, as pertaining to first Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18. They're going to be destroyed off the face of this earth, so they do not rise again. They're not coming back after their 1,000 years. They're right now, as pertaining to Revelation chapter 11, they're 1,000 years after 1,000 years of being chained in the bottomless pit. We know that to be Europe, when they was put in the mountains during when the Roman Empire fell. They was chained up for 1,000 years. They came back out during the Renaissance, and they've been ruling in this short period of time, and continue with their lies and their wickedness. So once they go into captivity, when Yahweh Shah returns, and all the captivity is going to be put on all the heathen nations. After that 1,000 years for Esau, Edom, that's it, man. They're gonna be done away with. They're gonna be burnt up, man. So it says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers." Why? Because you are your fathers. You are the people that did it. That they do not rise again nor possess the land, because wherever they go, when they possess the land, they do nothing but destroy it. Greed take over, blood spilled, and everything, and turning this world into what we call the city of concrete. Wherever they go, where the Edomites are. They rebuild their ancient places. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you." Right, and they did nothing but trouble the Israelites, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. It's a righteous thing that they're going to go into captivity. It's going to be a righteous thing that they are the children of son of perdition, that they're going to be slaughtered. They're going to be destroyed off the face of this earth. It's going to be a righteous thing that they're going to be becoming extinct, man. No more wickedness on this earth through the so-called white man. That's a righteous thing. Why? Because for the recompense of the tribulation that done unto Israel, right? What they done to the children of the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 6. "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke." And that's again Esau, Edom. He don't let up. He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Right? He does not let up, man. He continual stroke. Not only did he do it to all the nations, all the nations on this earth, all the heathen nations had a continuous stroke from Esau's wickedness. But the ones that been hampered on the most has been the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian, especially here in America. You know, Jake here in America is caught straight pure hell, especially the tribe of Judah, man. And the rest of Israel has been oppressed here in America with us, but the tribe of Judah has caught hell. You know, so-called the Judah, Benjamin, Levi caught pure hell over here in America, man, under this devil rulership. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. That's not going to happen until peace is restored back on this earth when Yahweh Shah HaMashiach returns in them chariots and destroy America. America is going to become that lake of fire, and this Esau kingdom, man, is being brought down. That it would not rise again, and that's the joy in the hearts of all the saints, man. When this place is brought down, call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Abba. I hope you was edified. Again, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom.